Hey, friend, welcome back to the Corner with Jay. I'm really glad you're here. Today feels like one of those sit down, no rush conversations. The kind where you're crocheting something simple, your coffee or tea is already cooling, or your wine is already chilled, and your thoughts finally feel clear enough to say out loud. This season of the podcast is called the soft season. And softness for me right now does not mean fragile. It means honest. It means intentional. And it means choosing peace without apology. I want to take you back to February, earlier this year, where I wrote a blog post called Embracing Boundaries and Protecting My Peace. When I wrote it, I was in a really specific place emotionally and spiritually. I was learning how to accept people exactly as they showed up, not who I'd hoped they'd be, not who they used to be, and not who I kept praying they would become. I was also learning to stop expecting me from other people. And let me tell you, that one took some time. And honestly, I was growing in my faith in a quieter way. Less striving, more listening. Learning how to pick my battles wisely and let God handle what I no longer needed to fight. Now, for a long time, I wore being understanding like it was a badge of honor. I thought being flexible, accommodating, and patient meant I was doing the right thing. But what I didn't realize was that I was often abandoning myself in the process. Now, one of the biggest lessons I learned and wrote about is that we teach people how to treat us, not with speeches, not with ultimatums, but with what we allow, what we excuse, and what we continue to give access to. Setting boundaries wasn't about becoming cold or distant, it was about self respect, y'all. Y'all might hear a little noise. I live by an airport. And I promise you, when I started recording, there was no noise outside. And I'm not editing it because I've done it about 5 times already. But let's get back on track. Oh, this is ridiculous. All right. Once I started standing firm in my boundaries, things shifted. Some relationships got healthier, some got quieter, y'all, and some just faded altogether. And I had to be okay with that, and I still am till this day. Don't get it twisted. There's this misconception that kindness, quietness, or softness equals weakness. No, it doesn't. I am not weak. I am observant. I pay attention, I feel deeply, and choose my battles carefully. When I'm passionate, I'll speak up and I'll fight for what matters. But when I become silent, y'all, that usually means I've already made peace with my decision and I have stopped investing my energy into something that no longer deserves it, okay? My personality is who I am, but my attitude, that's a response to how you treat me, right? And in this soft season, I've learned that I don't owe loud explanations to anyone who hasn't listened in the first place. Another shift that really protected my peace was learning to focus on actions, not words. People can say all the right things, they can apologize beautifully. I mean, like they singing a song written just for you, and they can promise change. But actions, now, they tell the truth. I've learned to address things once, maybe twice, depending on how I feel about you, and if it's something that truly matters to me. After that, I don't argue, I don't convince, I just adjust, right? I move forward with a new understanding of what's being shown to me. And that adjustment, not bitterness, but wisdom. As I grew, and I'm still growing, I became really clear on my core values: trust, loyalty, communication, consistency. These aren't just nice words, they're requirements. Now, I still strive to be mindful of others' feelings. I still lead with grace, but I'm no longer willing to be the quote unquote bigger person at the expense of my peace, my mind, or my spirit, right? Softness still has standards. And even though some don't believe it, boundaries can coexist with grace. Growing in my faith during this time taught me something so powerful. I don't have to attend every argument I'm invited to. I'm going to say that again. I don't have to attend every argument I'm invited to. Some things are just better placed in God's hands instead of my own. That's when you throw your hands up and say, Jesus, take the wheel. And learning to pick my battles, it, it wasn't about, and it's still not about avoidance. It's about trust. Trusting that is, trusting that's what's meant to be will align, what's meant to stay will align, and what's not will fall away without me forcing it. If you're in a season where you're learning to protect your peace, I want you to know this and hear me clearly. You're not becoming distant. You're becoming discerning. You're locking into your discernment. You're locked in. You're not hardening. You're healing. And you are allowed to live a life that feels peaceful, even if it means disappointing people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. Now, if you would like to read the original blog post, because it does go a little bit deeper, it will be linked in the notes in the description. Sit with it. Take from it what you need. Leave me comments. Let me know how you are embracing your boundaries and protecting your peace. Thank you for spending another soft moment with me in this season of softness that I am walking in. I'll meet you right back here in the corner on the next episode. God bless.